Hello my lovelies, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? I hope that you're having a lovely day and you're good to go for today's exciting tutorial video. In the midst of advent calendar unboxings, I haven't done a tutorial in a little while, so I'm so excited to be doing this one with you today. If you're brand new to my channel, before we go any further though, please click subscribe and ring the bell so you know when my next video goes live, and also head over to my Instagram to give me a little follow there too, because I love connecting with you guys over on the gram. In today's video guys, we are doing a full face of By Terry Beauty, which I'm really excited to try. I've got to be honest, By Terry are one of those premium beauty brands that I feel like so many of us look at and we're like, is that price point out of my budget? However, if that's you, good news, I have got a 20% discount code that works on all By Terry items from Beauty Expert. Just use code LADYWRIGHTS at the checkout at Beauty Expert and you can pick up any item from By Terry with 20% off, and everything in this tutorial is covered. Woohoo! So the focus of today's tutorial, bit of everything. I wanted a gentle beauty regime, a beauty tutorial, because I have got really bad maskne right now with all of the mask wearing that we've got going on, which we should totally be doing by the way. I am breaking out really badly. I am really struggling to get over it, so I don't want to overdose my skin. I'm going to actually use less products in this tutorial than I would usually, but I still want to show how much of a good coverage, complexion, smooth base, just how much of a good all-rounder you can get with the By Terry products. Also bearing in mind that obviously we're all wearing masks right now, so I want to go heavy on the eye and slightly lower on the cheek. So without further ado, you guys come here. Okay, so we're going to start with the Hyaluronic Primer, Hydra Primer, one of my favourite primers because as someone with oily skin, I need something to basically make sure that my makeup doesn't slide off my face when things get super oily in the middle of the day. I focus mostly on my T-zone with this, just because that's where I tend to find that my makeup goes a little bit shiny, but I do just pretty much apply all over. Blends in like a moisturizer actually guys, so it does feel like you're looking after your skin, and obviously it's got hyaluronic acid in it as well, so some skincare principles in a primer, absolute win-win. Next up, we've got the foundation that I picked up. This is the Cover Expert. It's got SPF 15 and it's a medium coverage that you can build up. From what I've heard, I've not tried it yet. So I got the shade 5 Peach Beige. I was kind of like, do I need the 5, the 7 or the something in the middle? I was kind of torn. So I'm hoping that the 5 is going to be a good match because I haven't got any tan on at the moment. So I'm a little bit like fair. It's a Flawless Velvet Radiance Foundation. So it's not like a total matte, it's got a little bit of radiance in there, which isn't my usual go-to, so I'm hoping that I like it, but let's give it a go. So guys, as with all of my foundation application, I just dot on the skin like this, and then I literally blend it in as and when I need to, just literally add all over. And then as you guys know, I also do my neck. So once I've got enough dots, I just take my sponge and I will just dab in. Okay, so as you can see, that's one coverage. It's definitely medium, not full coverage. And where over on my cheeks, I've got a lot of maskne right now. Oh, don't you just hate those face masks? But we need them. It's not covering it up, so I'm definitely going to go in with a second layer. Probably going to apply directly to the sponge and then dab in and hope that that will give me a little bit more of a consistent coverage, because I'm not finding that it spreads very easily. But if it builds up, then it could be a nice finish. Okay guys, so that is my complexion done. Very happy with how it's set. Actually really like the foundation. It feels a bit powdery, which I like because obviously with masks being a real big deal right now and obviously causing massive breakouts, I don't want to overload my skin. Now, I would usually wear concealer over those spots and blemishes, but I'm trying not to put too much on them. I'm going to obviously use the concealer. We've got this one is the Anti-Wrinkle Dark Circle Eye Bag Serum Corrector. So I'm going to use this under my eyes because I need to brighten that area. Plus, when we're wearing a mask, we can see our eyes. So I need to make sure that while we're using some sort of concealer, it's probably not to conceal the blemishes. And I do think that the foundation has done a really good job of it without making me feel like it's clogging my pores. Anyway, the concealer guys is for the shade One Fresh Fair, which is the fairest shade. I always go for the fairest shade with my concealer, especially when it's to lighten an under eye area. It just really does help to contrast. Now this is supposed to literally get rid of those bags, which we all need, and obviously when we can see over our face masks, that's what we want. We need that area to be looking great. It doesn't matter so much about underneath. I'm very excited to try this because obviously as someone with dark eye bags, I'm really hoping it's going to cover them. Obviously I'm going to use the same sponge just to blend in, Oh, that texture, guys, that feels really nice. So nice, actually. So I would usually just pop something like this underneath, and then I wouldn't put any extra on, just pulling down by the nose. I would just blend in. So you've got two kind of like triangles like that to lighten the area. And then although it is an under eye concealer, obviously with all of my concealer, when I highlight as well, I do just pop a little bit in those areas, just to make sure that the whole complexion is the same complexion colour. I don't want one under my eye, one up here, one foundation, so we're trying to keep it all consistent. I'm taking my sponge again now, and I'm just going to dab in, and it feels really nice. Look how nicely it's covering there as well. Going to take that right down. It doesn't feel thick, but it feels like it has, oh my gosh, it has like totally lightened the area, but so subtly, and it's blending really nicely with the foundation as well. So let me show you a little bit closer so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to blend this one in while you're closer, because I want you to see how nicely it's just going into those lines without kind of making them look even worse. And just a few dabs, and the whole area is lightened. Big fan of this concealer, guys. Just gonna do the rest of the face. But yeah, I really like it. The texture is lovely. It's beautiful to work with. And it's just perfectly lightened the area, is what I was going to say before I decided to bang my microphone. But yeah, look at that. Obviously you can still see where I've got the breakouts here, but they are covered. The complexion is even and consistent, and my skin doesn't feel overloaded. I'll leave you guys close so you can see, but now we're going to move on to my contour, which I would usually use a concealer for, but that's another complexion product which I want to steer away from right now. So I'm actually going in with this gorgeous little compact. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? You've got a matte bronzer and then a highlight in the middle, which is perfect. It's going to give us the best of both. Now, what usually you would do is you dust your brush in the whole thing and then just pull back, but I do want something a little bit more concentrated, so I'm going to try and work my brush into the matte bronzer and then just give myself some more definition under my cheekbones, around my head, just to create that contour, and then apply the highlighter shade across my cheekbones, which will hopefully nicely emphasize them. Okay, so we're going to take a flat brush and just bring in that bronzer very lightly. It's very gentle in shade. It's not, like I said, quite as dark as my usual ones, but that's good because it's still creating a nice amount of definition. And again, underneath the cheekbone, just pulling back. Very subtle, but very gentle for every day. And then just a little bit up here to emphasize the natural shadowing. It's a really super easy. And then I'm going to take my normal highlight brush, just pop in to try and get a little bit in there. And we're going to pull down. So adding just a little bit. It's very subtle, perfect for people who don't want to wear a huge amount of makeup, but just naturally lightening the area. Sorted. Also just going to take a little bit and pop it over the arch on my lips and my nose just to highlight. Voila. So I really like that very simple powder complexion with the contour there and the highlight, and it feels really nice and natural. I like it. Now, as we are moving straight onto the eyes, I have got the most gorgeous By Terry palette. This is the Terribly Paris palette, which has got colours in that you probably wouldn't have thought to pick and put in one palette together, but they are like winter colours right there. We've got a burgundy, we've got a blue, we've got a darker blue, a black, brown. Oh, I'm like spoilt for choice now. I feel like I want to have some fun with this palette. I want to create something different. So should I go for the blue on the eyelids? I mean, I just feel like it's going to contrast a little bit, but we're going to go. We're going to have a work with it and maybe add a tiny little pop of colour somewhere, but we'll see where. Taking a fluffy brush, we're going to go in with the Paris shade, which is like that browny grey, I think you'd call it, and just add over here, pulling into the crease just to create a little bit of definition. I don't know why I sang that, but it's actually quite a deep shade. The thing with greys, they look very pale in the palette, but then when you get them on the skin, it's like they deepen. So you have pretty much the basis of a smoke and a crease and transition shade just in this one colour, which is lovely because you don't then need to do too much work with everything else. See, so that's literally all it needed was one coat, and we've got our crease and our transition absolutely done. Now I am going to go in with that beautiful caramelized gold looking colour because I just feel like it's a little bit special. I'm going to use the same brush, just pop on the outer lid just a little bit, and again into the crease, which should hopefully warm it just slightly because we don't want to look too cold tone at this time of year. But again, circular motions on the edge of the lid and then just pull into the crease. I'm now going to take a flatter eyeshadow brush and just go in with that Eiffel Tower shade, which I feel might be beautiful. Actually, let's have a little look. Oh yeah, it's so pretty. Look at that, guys. And it's also lightening the lid exactly as we would want. Very subtle. The great thing about By Terry is how versatile, how wearable. They're not like show stronking, they're not colours that you're not going to wear. They're completely wearable, and that's why I love them as a brand. Perfect everyday brand if you ask me. Just adding this over. Nicely lightened now, and I am wanting to use some colour today. I'm very excited. I'm going to keep building up though. I'm going to go back in with the darker brown now just to build up the crease, because I think what I'm going to do is line my lower lash under here with the blue eyeshadow to give us that pop of colour, but just going to create a little bit more of a smoke there. And then I just want to revisit with that champagne colour just to lighten a little bit more. I feel like it's getting a little bit too dark now, which is not what we want, so just dabbing on a little bit. That's lightened it quite a lot. There we go, on the other eye. Still naturally flowy. I'm just going to grab a flat brush to pop that blue on underneath. Okay, so I've got my flat eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to take some of that shade. It says Terribly on it. I'm a little bit scared because I don't usually do this, but I love the colour, so I'm just going to bring my mirror a little bit closer. Oh, it's cute. So cute. Oh, it's making me want to like do some more. I might actually just add, I'm getting a bit carried away now because I like it. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in that outer corner crease. This is turning really kind of like gothic-y and vampy. I really like it. Never usually do anything with a blue. But there we go. So we've got our nice little pop of colour with a champagne lid and a gentle smoke there on the eyes. We're just going to line them with the eyeliner, which is the Colour Eye Pencil. And guys, it comes with a sharpener, which is a winner in my book. Now, to do this, you just pull down the lash line and just add across. It's very, very soft, this one. There we go, which I think perfectly complements the blue that we've got underneath. So looking very smoky and vampy, and I'm feeling super sexy. I like it. But yeah, oh, that's actually really, really smoked. Might actually have to, I never have to do this with an eyeliner. Just going to blend in the two. That colour pigment, oh, to poke myself in the eye, is really impressive. I can't remember, an eyeliner doesn't massively impress me because they all work the same, but this one, the colour coming off it is crazy good. I love it. Okay, to finish, I'm just going to do my brows and my lashes. Now, they're the only two products. Obviously, By Terry don't do lashes. I'm not sure if they do a brow product. I couldn't see one on their website, but maybe they do. But I'm just going to put my brows on and my lashes, and then I'll be right back. Ta-da! Okay, so I also took my fringe down, put some lashes on, did my brows. Look at the difference that makes. Like, I was doing this tutorial thinking, oh my gosh, do I look hideous? But actually now I've put the lashes on, it's pulled the whole look together, and I'm feeling super smoky and sultry with my eye look there. I just love this foundation, guys. Considering obviously I've not used any concealer over my blemishes, I flipping love it. So all we need to do to finish now is apply the lips. And for the lips, we've got the Perfect Lip Liner in number 5, Baby Bear. Oh, it's so cute. It also comes with a sharpener, which I'm not going to lie, guys, I really like. Maybe my favourite selling point of these liners, for the simple reason I never have a sharpener. So we're just going to line the outer ridge right there Very nice neutral nude pink there. Perfect for every day. And then a product I have been desperate to try for so long. This is the Lip Expert in the Shine Finish. It's the liquid lip. The shade is 2 Vintage Nude, which I'm hoping is going to perfectly complement the lip. Here we go, here we go. So guys, there we have it. Full face of By Terry. What do you think? I hope you like my very simple, quick and easy tutorial. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. My thoughts are this, that as a very premium brand with that 20% discount code, you can get a full face, and my takeaway point is that the makeup feels really lovely and it feels very gentle. It's got that premium blend of really high performance without feeling like it's clogging my skin. I don't feel like anything caked my skin, which is ace. And obviously I was able to go full frontal smoky and sultry on the eye and very, very simple on the cheek where we'd wear our masks right now anyway. So that felt perfect for me. And I really liked how, like, on the cool tone of the nude spectrum the lip was, it perfectly complemented my nice smoky sultry eye. But I'd say with the foundation, my biggest tip would be to apply with a brush. I think as I was dabbing it on and it was just coming off in patches, it really didn't like the sponge application. But then when I used the brush on my neck and just to finish off, it was like perfect. It like blended in like a dream. 1 layer, definitely medium coverage. 2 layers, closing in on full, which is obviously what we want. Now, like I said, I didn't use as much on my cheeks. I didn't use concealer to contour with. I didn't use a blusher. I didn't use a liquid highlighter as well as a powder. I really stripped it back because of obviously Maskne and wanting to take it back and just trust a brand is going to look after my skin, which I definitely feel like I did with the primer and the makeup not clogging it. So I'm really pleased. My blemishes feel covered, but my pores don't feel clogged, which is a win-win for right now. If any of these products are calling your name or you've been desperate to try By Terry for a while now, make sure you use that discount code at the checkout and get your 20% off, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you'll be picking any of them up. I'd also really like to hear from you guys about what you're doing about Maskne, if you're struggling with it as much as I am, and if you have any tips that you can share with the rest of us, please leave them in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. I look forward to seeing you very soon for my next one as well. Bye.